how to build self-confidence as a female business owner. I know this is a little off topic for my channel, but I wanted to address this today because I feel like it is a big part of being a business owner. We need to have that self-confidence. Running your own business is exciting and exhilarating. It can also be very challenging, as I have seen. So let's dive right in and talk about how to build our self-confidence. All right, I want to share what has helped me build my self-confidence as a female business owner. I'm going to share the best tips and strategies that have worked for me. The first item I want to talk about in order to build our self-confidence as female business owners is to embrace our unique strengths and our traits. If we can embrace those strengths and traits, we are going to be a lot more confident in our businesses. We can actually identify what our strengths are and those traits and really focus in on those and build those up. For example, two of my strengths are saving and investing. I've always been good at saving my money, so that is something that I can really teach people how to do. And then once I switched over from saver to investor, I was able to start teaching people about investing because I had actually done it. Think about the different things that you have actually done, your accomplishments, or even just what you are naturally good at, and really embrace those traits and have them become even stronger. And of course, we all have weaknesses and we can continue to develop those weaknesses. But if we are focusing on our strengths first, we are able to make greater strides much quicker. I know that sometimes when I'm looking at other financial coaches and I see their strengths and I think, oh, I wish I was like her. I wish I had that particular trait. But that's not really doing me any good. I can really think, you know what? I'm really good at this area and that is something I can build on. So while yes, I can get ideas from other business owners, I want to make sure that I am aligned with what I am teaching and that I have the strengths to teach that. And honestly, the confidence comes with doing. So we need to be doing what we want to be confident about. When I first started my business, I was really nervous, but I wasn't showing up fully as myself. I was too afraid to do that. But if we can realize that we all have unique strengths that we can bring to the table, then we are going to be a lot more confident about that. We don't need to be like someone else. We need to bring our uniqueness. That is what people are going to embrace. If there's an area you don't feel confident in, then start doing that item. For example, I feel very confident in teaching about investing because I have been doing that for years and years, and I've seen my success with it. Maybe you have had a lot of high interest credit card debt and you were able to pay that off in a short amount of time. You can definitely teach people how to do that because you've actually done it. So remember that the self-confidence comes from doing. I want you to comment below and tell me one unique strength that you have. The second thing that I have found helpful in order to boost my self-confidence as a female business owner is to surround myself with like-minded people. This might sound counterintuitive, that I might become jealous of what other people are seeing success with, but honestly, if I'm surrounding myself with like-minded people, then we are talking about the goals we are working on and the investments that we want to make, the progress that we want to make with our businesses, instead of just talking about the latest movie that came out. Going along with surrounding yourself with like-minded people, you can even have an accountability partner. I have a mastermind partner and we have been mastermind partners for years now. We were both starting our businesses at about the same time and we were in a coaching program together and we had to choose someone to be our mastermind partner or our accountability partner. So we ended up becoming partners and I am so glad we did because we've been talking every single week for years now. And if I hadn't had that support, I don't know, I may have given up on my business. It makes a really big difference to be around those that are like-minded and have someone hold you accountable to the things you are working on in your business. And if you are doing that, that is going to boost your self-confidence because you have other people supporting you. The third tip that I want to share in order to boost your self-confidence is to increase your skill set. or even just refine your skills. As a female business owner, there are things that I am constantly learning. I learn and grow all of the time, and it is not easy. But if I can continue to do that, to learn new things or refine my skills, then my business is just going to get better and better. I'm going to work with my ideal clients, and they are going to get amazing results. Whatever your business is, you want to make sure that you are understanding the latest technology or the latest improvements, whatever it might be, in regards to your business. That is going to help keep you at the top of the marketplace. And the more that you refine your skills, the more confidence you are going to gain, because you're just going to get better and better. I have definitely seen this in my own business. Because I continue to refine my skills, I do want to get better and better. And I can see over time, as I've done this, I've gotten more clients, or I've gotten clients that are more aligned with who I want to be working with. So it is definitely an ongoing process, but the more we do it, the more confidence we are going to gain. And then the fourth item to boost your self-confidence as a female business owner is to set goals and celebrate your successes. I feel like I am pretty good at setting goals. I like having something to work toward. It helps keep me motivated. So make sure you are setting something specific you want to be working toward in your business. And that could just be refining one of your skills, but make it specific. If you want to refine your sales skills, then make sure and say, okay, if I want to do that, then let me do 20 sales calls within 30 days or whatever it is. But set a very specific goal so you know exactly what you are working toward, and then you can figure out the pieces in order to get there. If we are just creating generic goals saying, I want to be better at sales, we don't have a clear path on how to do that. And then we also want to celebrate our successes along the way. And I probably lack in this one a little bit. I get excited when I accomplish a goal, but then I'm ready to move on to the next goal. And I feel like I could celebrate this a little bit more, enjoy that moment more. And I do have a friend that helps me do this a little bit more. I will tell him when I've reached a certain goal, and he says that's amazing, we should go out to dinner or celebrate somehow. So that's really nice that I have support from friends. But it makes a big difference if we are taking that moment to celebrate, because it rejuvenates us and gets us excited to work on the next thing, but we aren't feeling so stressed and just thinking, okay, check that off and then move to the next thing. We get to celebrate. And then the fifth item to boost our self-confidence as female business owners is to focus on our self-care and prioritize our well-being. We can get really focused on our businesses and spend all of our time trying to grow our business and not spend time on anything else. And while yes, sometimes we need to just get things done, there are times when I've worked until 2 a.m. getting things done. But we need to make sure that we are taking care of ourselves as we are growing our business. That is actually going to help us with our self-confidence. Because if we aren't taking care of ourselves, then our health is going to dwindle. We aren't going to be as successful in our businesses. And that is going to cause our confidence to drop because we aren't seeing the success that we want. So make sure you are taking care of yourself, that you are getting exercise, that you are eating what you need to be eating, that you are taking a moment to maybe paint your toenails or do something nice for yourself. This not only is going to help with our self-confidence, but our productivity as well. If we're able to take care of our minds and our physical bodies, we are going to be in a lot better space in order to be productive, to make progress in our businesses. And one thing that I want to bring up is to remember why you started your business. There are days when I get tired and think, oh, is this really worth it? Should I even continue with the business? And then I remember why I started it. I want people to be able to become financially free. I want them to be better with their money. I want them to have financial success. Comment below and tell me one reason you started your business. One way I've been able to prioritize my self-care is by doing Zumba. If you haven't heard of it, it's more of a dance workout. I love dancing, and so working out is fun if it is dancing. I was able to get my certification to teach Zumba, so I teach once a week, which is really fun. It gives me a nice break from just being so focused on my business. I also try to go for a walk after I eat lunch. That way I'm getting outside in nature. And then I want to give you a bonus tip. If you really want to have that self-confidence as a female business owner, One thing you can do is find someone that is where you want to be, that is successful and has the confidence that you want to have. And you can start to emulate what they are doing. I'm not saying copy their business by any means, but I'm saying, all right, if you're getting stuck in your business and you are having that lack of confidence, just think, okay, well, what would she do? Whoever this person is. Would she give up, or would she create a new sales page, or whatever it is? Just try to think about someone that is where you want to be, and then ask yourself, all right, what step would they take in this situation? To give you a more specific example, if you're looking to become a successful life coach, for example, then while you are building your own life coaching business, you can say to yourself, all right, what would Brooke Castillo do in this certain situation? And then you can take that action. For me, I've definitely done this. To give a real estate example, since I invest in real estate, I would think, all right, I know I want to buy another property. And if I'm considering a certain property, I would think, all right, what would my friend do who is successful with real estate? What would he do in this situation? And then I can say, oh, he would definitely do this, and then I can act accordingly. And then you can feel more confident in your decision making. And if you already have your own business, I want you to comment below and tell me what your business is. I am curious to know. And if you found this video helpful, please hit that like button and share it with someone else who would like to hear this information, and hit the subscribe button to subscribe to my YouTube channel, and hit the little bell to get notified on when I post new videos. And if you want to see even more amazing content from me, make sure and check out the videos on the side of the screen. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you in the next video.